He signed an extension this year. Now, many people on the internet, and you immediately caught, well, does it have anything to do with A.J. Brown roasting them 3 days ago? That's a weird story.
Signed through 2027.
Signed through 20. Wow. So he's getting paid.
Yeah. When I was in Nashville, when did I go? September, like right before the season, right after the cuts or whatever, right before week 1. We were staying in a hotel. It's kind of connected to a convention. The Titans did their season ticket kickoff dinner. Or it wasn't even dinner. It was like breakfast, lunch. It was probably, from 10 to noon. And when we were walking by to go get like a brunch, look, and Robinson with the owner are just BS. Like it's a crowd of probably hundreds of people. He's leading it. I think she has professed how much she likes the guy. Now, I'm biased. I've known him since Fresno State days. He's been just cool to me.
When you worked for Pat Hill at Fresno State, he was coming through. John was coming through as a scout.
Yeah, he was. He came up through Belichick. He was like Belichick, became Belichick's college scouting director. And obviously he's been the Titans. I think he's had 6 straight winning seasons as the general manager. Like the Titans, I don't know, go to the playoffs every year. It can't just be as simple as the A.J. Brown, the Phillies fans screaming "fuck you" to the owner about, which is weird because they're the ones that got A.J. Brown.
Explain that. I didn't see that video until you told me. The Eagles play the Titans. The Eagles owner, the Titans owner is in a suite, and the Eagles fans are all screaming at him, mocking.
Yeah, basically F you, as he is eviscerating the Titans. Multiple touchdowns, 100+ yards, I think 8 or 9. And he's having we talked a lot about
8
Tyreek.
for 119 and 2 touchdowns.
I think A.J. Brown's having I don't know how many all-pro wide receivers, but he's having an all-pro
It's
season.
hard. I mean, yeah, there's
Jefferson's going to have.
Feels like there's 5 all-pro wide receivers in the league this year, right?
Yeah, Jefferson, A.J., Devontae, Tyreek,
Diggs.
Yeah, someone's going to get left out at a position.
Did you say Tyreek?
Tyreek, yeah. 2 guys that were traded. You see Watson? I mean, he's got 7 touchdowns in like 4 games.
Who?
Christian Watson, the dude.
Oh yeah, Christian Watson is playing.
He's coming on fast.
Amari Cooper has 7 touchdowns.
I think it would get suck to I think John Robinson. I think he's from Tennessee. Loved living in Nashville. Their team was good. Remember, he fired. I forget the coach's name, but he's just some random lifetime assistant to hire Vrabel after they had made the playoffs. Malarkey. I don't know this. My guess is there a chance that Ohio State had been sniffing around Vrabel after what happened last week, has an offer like Lincoln Riley on steroids, let's just say $150 million all said and done. Mike doesn't actually want to be the Ohio State coach, but he uses that to, I assume these guys were buddies, but clearly in the history of the league, it's rare that just a GM and a head coach just go kumbaya for too long, right? One guy always wants more juice. And honestly, it could be as simple as this was a Belichickian move somewhat by John, and Mike just didn't want to get rid of AJ. Again, I don't know why Mike wouldn't jump in front of that bus, but yeah, remember that night you and I talked, or maybe the next day we watched Mike Vrabel's press conference. He looked like he was seeing ghosts. So maybe he wasn't quite
I do remember that.
Maybe you just never forget that. And then he kicks your ass. The timing is kind of crazy, right?
Well, if you had one of those conversations like, John, this better work.
Well, he took Traylon Burks, who's been in and out of the lineup.
Yeah, he recovered.
But he's a
fumble
rookie
in the end zone the other day for a touchdown.
He fumbled in the end zone.
Somebody else fumbled. He recovered it because there was a clip that went viral of Vrabel hey, because I guess Burks maybe missed a block. He's like, I know you missed that block, but we all make mistakes. You made the play, kind of trying to pump him up. I wonder if they're just we went from an alpha dog in A.J. Brown to a guy.
I think he's been a big developmental project.
No. I remember they had a fourth-round rookie getting snaps over him, and maybe that. Do you think there was something going on there now in hindsight? They had a 4th round, was it the 4th or 5th round receiver from UCLA, I think, who was getting snaps over Burks in camp. Was that kind of the coaching staff saying to the front office, this is your seriously? You got rid of A.J. Brown for this guy?
I think what makes it really.
And then Debo didn't get traded. That's the other thing. Then Debo didn't Debo then resigned. Debo resigned, DK resigned. So of the three of them, only AJ forced his way out. DK and Debo both, their teams played hardball and they stayed. Or DK didn't even have to play hardball with them.
No, and remember, AJ kept tweeting about it throughout the year, like, stop fucking talking shit to me. I wanted to be here. They would not. I made him I was cool with signing the contract. They wouldn't sign the contract. Maybe it's as simple as like John tried to do a Belichickian move and it really blew up in his face. Even though totally it didn't. Like they're 7-5. They're going to win the division by several games. Like they're going to have a very successful year.
But they can't, Vrabel came from the Patriots. The standard is we win championships. He knows they cannot. The Titans are incapable of winning the Super Bowl this year. Incapable. Yes. They probably can't get out of the AFC.
I mean, they probably can't win a playoff.
They might not get to the AFC championship game.
Yeah.
So at some point, it's like, this is all well and good, but this is all hollow, man. It's like being Penn State perpetually.
Maybe Mike just becomes the GM head coach, which I think would be pretty crazy, but it feels like it would be on the table now.
Well,
right?
What are they going to do? It's done now. I mean, the way they're situated now, no GM is coming in to be his boss.
Well, I know this. We're recording this on Tuesday afternoon. I am more interested than see anyone else in the NFL. Like, what's Mike Vrabel going to say tomorrow? It's pretty bizarre. You're 7-5. You're winning again. December 6th, GM gets fired. Unless something off the field happened, which I think would have come out by now.
Could have. I mean, that's the one thing, because even if you can't work together anymore, but you think, like, I can't trust you. I need somebody else to start scouting, getting ready for the draft. It's not going to be you, so you got to go. Maybe they just had maybe there's an argument. Like, it's always been kind of bubbling, and then they have a screaming match, and it's over.
I like John. I'd take Mike in that argument.
I mean, how tall is John? Big dude.
Yeah, pretty big. I mean, Mike's huge.
Vrabel is, yeah.